Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be rebuilding the Minnesota Vikings. I know I did a Packers rebuild and now I'm on to the Vikings, but no, the Bears or Lions are not next, although the Lions could be fun. Just overall right now, we're going to take a little look-see over the roster. This will be recorded throughout a few days. Like, I'll just do like 2 seasons today, a season tomorrow, blah, 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 edit it all together, put it up. I think you guys should be seeing this Sunday or Monday. I can't remember. We got a pretty good roster. Quarterback who's going to be, you know, critical if we don't win here soon. Running back, we could use one, especially with 86 speed on Alexander Madison is not really great, especially for simulation. Young wide receiver Jordan Addison alongside one of the best, if not the best player in the NFL, Justin Jefferson at wide receiver, capping off that 99 overall at only, what, 24 years old? So insane talent. And then Josh Oliver, the most overpaid player in the whole NFL. Left tackle Christian Darrisaw is really broken out. Ezra's fine, should do really well considering he's only 25 in the game. Garrett Bradbury is going to be fine, a good option. Ed Ingram should develop quite fine. Brian O'Neill, same thing. So got a pretty good line. Not on the defensive side of things though. Lowry, Harrison Phillips, and we don't have any interior pretty much. Edge rushers are pretty good with Danielle Hunter, and then on the other side of him, Marcus Davenport, and then DJ Wano might be someone that we extend, and he might work his way into the role. Another guy that can really break out is Brian Asamoah. I have him in my starting sub linebacker spot. I want to get him the most reps I can. Oklahoma linebacker, DB type of player. He's a little, you know, smaller, but 6 foot, 226 is fine. Moves around like crazy. Troy Dye also isn't the worst player. I think out of USC, or is that the other? Oh, that's the Oregon. Okay, the Oregon Dye. There's like a one of the Travis Dye, something like that. But yeah, already mentioned Marcus Davenport. And then we got a new weird corner room with Byron Murphy. And then Jawan Williams will sit behind both Booth and Blackman, considering they're younger. And I actually like Mekhi Blackman a fair bit. And that 95 acceleration is quite fun. So I've already set up the depth chart how I want it. We can get exactly right where we need to be, and that is mid-season, see how the team's doing, everything like that. If I have anything else, I'll let you guys know though. Oh, before you ask, I'm using Minnesota playbooks, and also I'm not using any draft class, just the, you know, auto-generated stuff. So, and here at mid-season, not what you like to see, we are 1-6, and in this one, I will start to work out the kinks of these rebuilds. I already have a whole paper full of information. I'm doing a whole bunch of work right now, and different franchises, and progressing about, you know, 15 years in or whatever, and just trying to find the perfect development XP draft settings for all of Madden franchise. So hopefully that should be a fun video for you guys. It'll come out soon, but I'm still working on it. I was up last night pretty late doing that. Anyways, a little off subject here. Start off 1-6, not what we like to see at all. You know, obviously hope for better things. TJ Hawkinson gonna be a must contract here at only 26, and he has got full interest in being here. Wow, he said what? He said he needs more time here. Gave him 6 years. Dino Hunter with superstar development was really good last year. He is 28 now, and if he's not going to take anything under 4 years, then that's going to be a little rough for us. But I think we can do something like this if he's interested. 7.5. It's a huge cap hit. I'd like to sign, but you didn't sign. So sign. Kirk Cousins probably isn't the problem. Throwing for 1,800. Okay, yeah, he's a problem. 9 interceptions is insane. Yards just need to be better on the ground. Almost 4 per carry. Almost not good enough. Justin Jefferson blowing up the league. KJ Osborne, I'm guessing, is just laying in the slot or something. He's getting some work. Defensively, Brian Asamoah, there it is. 50 tackles in the first half, is actually on track to do a pretty good season. Maybe go up a dev trait. But Brian Asamoah also leading the team in sacks, which is a little interesting with no interceptions, and only 2 interceptions with the whole team, and it's Byron Murphy and Harrison Smith. So pretty bad. One hell of a second half that we have here for 9-8 as our finishing record. I really like that right there. We're not top 3 in yards, unfortunately. We are 4th though, just outside of that top 3 bubble. Kirk Cousins with way too many interceptions. That is insane. Alexander Madison was not great, and Justin Jefferson was up over 1,300, and Jordan Addison has a good shot at rookie of the year with this season right here, nearly 1,100 yards, which is what KJ Osborne was able to generate here. Just a little over. I mean, these guys weren't even, you know, 10 yards apart. Good for them. All around 5 touchdowns. And then TJ Hawkinsock with 524. Seems a little bit low, but 6 touchdowns is great, so good for him. Defensively, Asamoah led the team in sacks and tackles, and TFLs went for Harrison Phillips, Dean Lowry. Danielle Hunter was lackluster at best, and we finished the season with quite a few interceptions, actually, all things considered. Lucine getting some playtime up at the top there. Andrew Booth had 100 tackles. Wow. And we'll go ahead to next week, see if we can get past the wild card and the Falcons to get into the divisional against what I would have to assume is the #1 seed Dallas Cowgirls. We do have a weekly award, but I'm not really going to worry about that. We have a tough challenge to face with Micah Parsons on this defense. We'll see if we can crack him if we get into the conference championship in our first year of the rebuild. First, very unlikely, and second, would be very fun. We'd unfortunately lose to the then Super Bowl losers, so we lost to them. But do we get offensive player of the week? Oh no, we don't. I was gonna say, if we get offensive rookie of the year, Bryce Young instead gets that spot. Isaiah Pacheco was the Super Bowl MVP. Really interesting. I don't think I've seen a running back get that. We've got some players that are kind of questionable whether or not they'll sign back. And if they don't, it's not a big deal. And we get TJ Hawkinson back for a year, for 7 years. And Daniil Hunter back for 3 years, as he's 29 now. Christian Darrisaw, we're going to accept that for sure. He's only going to progress and get harder to pay, but it is what it is. Marcus Davenport did absolutely dog shit to make us want to re-sign him in the first place. He's a good edge rusher, but we can definitely do better. I mean, if he wants to go cheap, he can. He has no interest in being here. There's no reason he would take this deal. So have fun in free agency, my friend. You're not good. And my main focus was going to be interior defensive line, to see Christian Wilkins' name pop up, or face pop up here. Not a bad start. I'm sure he has way better offers from... Oh, no, okay. I was going to say from virtually everybody else, but he doesn't, so that's good. Khalil Mack to come off the edge for 1 year wouldn't be horrible either. We're in that contender slot right now anyways, so with interest in the team, we should have a pretty good chance at getting him. I'll go around. Oh, wow. We lost our quarterback. Wow. That it really didn't show us that. That's crazy. And wow, what a class so far. So DJ Jones, Kirk Cousins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Khalil Mack, and Christian Wilkins. And I'm hoping, just hoping, that Frankie Louvu is still here. He is, with full interest. I love this kid, man. Wait, okay. So I want Grant Delpit and Frankie Louvu. Let's see who we can get out of those two. It looks like we will get Frankie freaking Louvu, who I love. And I want Grant Delpit. He'll be LSU. I don't know. I was going to say LSU teammates, but I mean, we have Lewis Seen on the other side, so it doesn't really matter. The only way I can see this getting done is like a 2.5 over 5 years, which is fine. I'm fine giving him this deal, because if he can grow into an 85 plus overall player, even 83, I'd say it's worth the money, and he's still tradable. So we couldn't even get Grant Delpit with even how much money we did. So going after J-Ron Curse, I'm sure we'll get him, so I don't even need to update you guys on whether I do or not. And into the draft now, after such a good free agency, we'll look at the board and see, oh my lord, Jaden Rice, hello. Nice to see you up here. I mean, overall, just looks like a great freaking athlete. Strengths out off the charts. A finesse moves, A power moves, and B block shedding, A awareness, B player. This guy's gonna be a freaking beast. Jaden Rice looks like the best player I've seen so far, you know, out of these draft classes in Madden 24. Done deal. Patrick Jones, our first to move up, you know, a few spots. We give a 6th the next year, a 4th next year, a 5th this year, a 4th this year. And that way we could still keep our 2nd round pick. And then I'm going to need some trade ammo for that to move up for another player I like. But for here, it sounds crazy. I know. But as much as we need this position, Dante Hobbs looks like an absolute beast. Physicals, I mean, 6'2", a 3 elite acceleration, runs a 4.38. And then just look at all the BBA. And then the C trucking, C stiff arm is okay, but I mean, it's kind of a gamble, if you will, but I'm doing it. I'm gambling. We get Dante Hobbs, 93 speed. It seems a little low, actually, for a 4.38. I mean, maybe not. But hidden development, good pick. But like I said, got to move up again, because I like a center. Or is he a center? I think he's a center, but we'll move him to guard ultimately. And another interesting lad here, 6'1", 177, really thin. But A deep route, A to C run block, C short, B release, B catching. D medium route is kind of worrying. He's not really a separator, but he can just run deep and go up and get it at 6'1". It's kind of a weird combo between size and speed that kind of just makes him not unusable, but not what you're looking for. And there goes my center, Jeremy Cole. So we're kind of at a loss here. I'll look around, but other than that, I think we'll sim to my pick. And then if I don't like it, if I don't like whoever's at my pick or no one falls to me, I think I might just end up trading the pick for a player or something. Okay, here's another okay center. I mean, he could be good. So if he's at our spot, then I'll pick him, but we'll just sim to our pick, see what's there. It does not look like our guy is here, so I'll sniff around. The receiver, the first guy I saw at the very top of this draft order here, DeMarcus Harrison, is interesting. 6'2", 230. A catching traffic, very slow, good strength, but A short route, A catching traffic, B catching, C injury. Like, he could be good, but not worth the second round pick that, you know, it's maybe at the tail end, but it's still just not worth the second round draft capital. And I'm not seeing anything else that really is. This guy's 6'4", yeah, 6'4", 224, 22. A little bit faster with some good intangibles here. A catching, B to D catching traffic, it could worry me, and A to C awareness is a little bit better. A to C run block, A to C spec catch. Everything's question marks with this guy. Do we do it? Do we pull the trigger? We don't. I'm not doing that. Nuh-uh. I'm trading my pick. Uh-oh, I think I spoke too soon. We have a great athlete here with some elite strength. With B, A to C everything. The only thing that looks bad right now is the run and pass block power, which is okay, because if he's good in one area, he can be good in all. He's a developmental guard. Let's do it. Dalton Northcutt, you are now a Minnesota Viking. Hidden development on the offensive line is always great. 6'3", 313, 21 years of age, a little bit on the younger side. Out of Clemson, a very experienced school, very prestigious school in football side of things. So that'll do it for me in the draft, and we'll see what we got out of it. And that's what I'm talking about. Dante Hobbs at a 76, and then that guard was a 74. Awesome. Very good stuff here. And then the CPU didn't really do anything crazy. Pretty bad. I do want to go see what that center I was looking at was. He was an 83. That was my guy. You're joking. Oh, if you have superstar development too to really push it over on you, that's gonna really piss me off, man. If this kid is superstar development and yeah, okay, wipe it in. That is so stupid, man. That is so stupid. That's so, man. That pisses me off. And then, yeah, like I said, Jaden Rice was going to be a beast. So, yeah, this is the best draft class I've seen so far. Theo Jet was actually really good. I was considering him, but just I didn't really like his size. He was like 5'10", and I'd rather have other guys. So, missed out on a stud in Jeremy Cole. Should have passed, or should have, you know, traded up a little earlier. And then, if we did do bad this season, we would have been in a great spot to get all these guys. But unfortunately, it's just not the way that the cards fell. So, yeah, we're moving on. Have to take a mental reset on that one, missing out on that much. And I think we've got the roster set to how I want it for now, at least. You know, obviously got a really good offensive line going for now, and hopefully for a while. These guys are all generally young, especially Christian Darrisaw. The left side of the line is pretty good. Center, Garrett Bradbury could be a little bit better, but maybe Ed Ingram can step into his spot once he goes. Northcutt, the new rookie, who is 74 but 75 with morale, and then O'Neal's like 28, so that's all good. TJ Hawkinson's good. Jordan Addison still got some developing to do. We brought in DPJ, and then Jalen Naylor to play that fourth, and then Jaron Hall, Kirk Cousins, Dante Hobbs, Chandler Madison. Defensively, though, this is where things get really good. Mack and Hunter make a good duo. Nothing wrong with that. Scene and Curse is a good safety duo for now. It's like a win now sort of thing. Mekhi Blackman, Andrew Booth, and Byron Murphy all trying to, I guess, Mekhi Blackman and Booth trying to argue for their spots on the line. Brought in Wilkins, huge signing. Then we got DJ Jones this year for, I think, a one-year deal with Jaquelin Roy, not too far behind. Harrison Phillips right there. Such a circle head, man. I hate to say it, man, but you just can't not laugh when you see that. Khalil Mack off one side, Wilkins and Phillips up the inside, with Hunter on the other side of Khalil Mack. Asamoah and Luvu will be just monitoring the middle of the field. Bynum will be playing the middle of the field. Jordan Addison will be playing in that slot wide receiver role, with Hobbs in that third down back, and Madison if we ever need to punch it in on goal line, anything like that. And wow, did we just start off really good. Starting off 6-0 is a great sign, especially with how we ended last season on that good end game stretch there. So, oh my lord, this is going to be This is going to be the contract right here. So while he has interest, we're going to go ahead and pump this deal up the most we can. I'll give him 30 mil a year, dude. Have it. I think everything about this, I just need more time to think it over. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Byron Murphy will have to resign. Harrison Phillips might just be as good as gone. Madison gone. Bynum gone. Mack gone. DJ Jones gone. Jalen Curse gone. Kirk Cousins gone. Seeing we want his option. And this is going to be one hell of a year. We have to win now. It's now, and then we head into the rebuild, basically. And Kirk Cousins has been substantially better than last year. 14 to 1 interceptions, 14 touchdowns to 1 interception, and 1,500 passing yards, ranks just about middle of the NFL. Dante Hobbs isn't going to be great right away. He's no Bijan, but he probably will be really good 3 years down the road, especially depending on what his dev trade is. I don't know if we can see that yet. It's still hidden. We should be able to see it, obviously, by the end of the season, as he is our current starting running back. And receiving, Jordan Addison out the gates early. Justin Jefferson taking a little bit of the back seat here. Donovan Peoples-Jones not really getting too many reps, and Hawkinson making the best of what he's getting too. So I don't know. I probably will switch playbooks. I'm not going to lie. But here, I was hoping for Asamoah to have the most because I'm really wanting him to just rack it up and just be really good. But doesn't really work like that. So Christian Wilkins, though, making an impression on this defensive line. 8, along with Khalil Mack, 2 new additions from this offseason, leading the team in tackles for loss. And then 3.5 sacks for Christian Wilson leads the team. And then Khalil Mack here, Harrison Phillips. This is a crazy, weird defensive playbook. You can tell they're just not generating too many sacks, despite Danielle Hunter's like 17 or something last year. He was really good. So I don't know. We already tried to negotiate contracts. We all know how that went. Let's get to the playoffs. See if we can end off this season how we started it. Go undefeated. We lost 9 more games on the season. Only won 2. So we went 8-9. That's how we finished the season. Just a BT dubs. You know how it is around here. But let's go ahead and take a little look-see at the schedule and see where it went wrong, because that's a little crazy to me. Preseason, no. Regular season, look at that. What a start. Loss, loss, loss. Win, loss, 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 loss. Win, loss. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. That's insane to me. Have you ever seen this before? We have 100% scheme fit, and yes, I'm switching to Cincy, Cincy playbook. So dude, it's so weird, this game. You can do anything and you still lose. End of the year stats kind of look like this: 4,200 yards for Kirk Cousins, 28 to 14, not good. He fell off the last half, and Dante Hobbs wasn't even close to as good as I wanted him to be. Jordan Addison finishes the season with 13, almost 1,400 yards, so really big plus for him, and he might even see superstar development. Brian Asamoah leads the team in tackles and almost TFL, so behind Harrison Phillips, Wilkins, and Mack, with 17 sacks for Khalil Mack. I spoke too soon, as he comes out and shows he's earned another contract for sure, even if it's just another 1 year. Christian Wilkins was really good again. Harrison Phillips actually might be earning his way back to a contract as well, if it's like 2 years or something light. Byron Murphy, Jalen Curse. Our defense looks really good. Like on paper, I'm curious like where they kind of lined up. I'm already in the off season. I'm kind of like curious where they lined up. So yeah, we actually had the 4th best defense in the league, and it's our rushing offense that really just kills us. And we were pretty bad and susceptible against the run on defense as well. So I don't know, man. It's tough. And now Justin Jefferson has no interest in the team, so we're gonna have to pay him even more, which is so stupid. I'm happy to sign and continue play for this great organization, so happy for that. And it's hard to get anyone here when they don't have interest in the team. Like, are you joking? Like, I can't sign back Harrison Phillips. I can try. I'd try a 2-year for, you're not getting that much from me, but that's a good offer. He's glad. Okay, that's good. We keep that piece around. But Byron Murphy, big piece, and you know what? We can't, like, I'm not going to say we can't afford this, but that's quite a bit of money that I don't really want to be spending on someone that doesn't have interest in even being here. Can't buy him. I'm going to have to let go. Khalil Mack, who I would have loved to have back for another year, to have Khalil Mack back. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I'll throw money at him because it's a 1-year deal. So if he wants to take this right here, that'd be great. But he says free agency is going to be great for him. Piss off. We need a good free agent class, and that is just a fact. We need it. I think we need it more than like anything. See, and this would be a good class if anyone had interest in being here. Unfortunately, that is not the case. No one likes me and my team. And listen, I have no strategy. Strategy is out the window now. So we're going to throw $17.5 million at Trey Lance for him to possibly come be a prove-it quarterback. And also could offer one to Zach Wilson. He's got more interest than freaking the man himself, Trey Lance. I'm not interested in that. I'm good. Although there is Rondalia Moore, who, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Okay, so our first period might go good or bad. And no, I am not a teenage girl. I don't know why I make these jokes. Let's go ahead and see. We got Cater Kuho. Let's go. We miss out on the other dude, Zadarius Smith. We're going after Odafe Owe and Trey Lance, who hopefully will come to his senses and become a Minnesota Viking. And Odafe Owe's here. I'm going to check around. We still do need, like, do we need interior? I'm trying to think of who we lost. So we just tried to, or decided to just try to go after Javon Kinlaw. And that doesn't seem to be working out for us. We'll almost guaranteed get these two. Odafe could go another way, but do you really want less money? So Javon Kinlaw's a Viking, and then we're going to go ahead and see if Odafe Owe comes to his senses and finally does become a Viking. And the only guy that had interest was Javon Kinlaw, and he didn't even have, like, green. By the way, Dante Hobbs only has star development, so just a quick little check-in with y'all. Make sure y'all know we got scammed. And we might actually have the worst corner room in the league. We have no solidified, like, number 1. Cater Kuho's like a 2, but, or he's even like a 3, but he's playing as a 1 right now. And then Mekhi Blackmon really hasn't, like, just like, he might take the reins. I'll give him CB1 spot and see how he does with it. I mean, oh, never mind. 64 man coverage is abysmal. he can stay in the slot. Also have, like, no strong safety here, so we'll have to search for that maybe next year. Rest of the team's looking pretty good though, and we're in a better spot than last year, being at the 14th pick instead of being at, like, the tail end at, like, pick number 26 or something. And here we might be able to be oh wow, there's a lot of good players towards the top of these ones, or towards the top of this draft at least. So I mean, looking into it, you know, do I really want to move up if BJ Bethel is at where I'm picking? I'm not, like, I don't care. This guy looks really good. Great strength. That's all I care about at this point. Yeah, this guy's the guy. That's the guy. That's him. You're joking. You see who just got drafted right now? Steve Harvey. Bro went from Family Feud to the NFL draft. Give him a Grammy or something. Done deal. A few draft picks. Like, one's like 3 years down the road. 7th. And then just to move up a couple picks, we give up Ed Ingram, which I'm fine with because we don't need him on the team anymore. And that is just a fact. And we did all this just to ensure that we got our guy BJ Bethel, who looks not incredible, but really good for where we're picking. And I'm more than happy with a 6'5", 300-pound run-stopping defensive tackle with the head the size of Megatron. Like, dude, this guy's insane. Although, look at the top of this board. There are still such good quarterbacks. Throw under pressure. This should be interesting. Brian Kuhl, something like that. He's got a weird, like, combo of things. If throw on the run is good, this guy could be potentially okay if his medium accuracy was better. I didn't see that. It was a C. This guy up here at the top, if he's got, you know, athleticism or a big arm, then that'd be great. Okay, this guy could be it. I saw elite throw power, B break sack, A to C awareness, C play action, A short accuracy, B medium accuracy, A to C deep accuracy. Kind of worries me, but A throw under the pressure and C throw on the run. He was a top 5 pick wannabe, and now he's fallen down a little bit. What about Joey Wayne here? Any relation to Bruce Wayne? Please, 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 please. Another good, just great arm. With B accuracies across the board, B under pressure, and C on the run. If these guys start to fall, I'll simulate a little bit. And if any of these, like, if Doyle or Wayne start to fall a little bit, I will not hesitate to pounce on a quarterback if I can get one that I know will be good at a good price. And this draft class is insane. Keep looking down here. That's great. It's still going. Oh my lord. This is not a bad class at all. A lot of good, like, interior offense and defensive line. Yeah, wow. And Joey Wayne is still here at the top of the board, so I would be fine with it. It's the first pick of the 2nd round. If we can find a player or something that would be good to trade away and, like, worth it, I'll do it. I'll move up. It don't matter. Maybe the dumbest trade I've made all season long. And we'll see the results of the draft. It's like 2 days later, so sorry. BJ Bethel was a 75 and Joey Wayne was a 70. You know, it's all right. You know, Joey Wayne's not bad. California quarterback. We'll see what we have in him. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do though. I can't remember what you guys saw last, but in case you guys weren't aware, I got Devin Witherspoon and Adafe Owe. I think you guys know about him, but now we got BJ Bethel playing over Javon Kinlaw, the new signee, Kader Kohu, Mekhi Blackman, and Andrew Booth. So we got a base team now. I'm going to set the depth chart. We're going to simulate to midseason. I think we'll keep Wayne sat behind Trey Lance. We're still kind of in a win now window, if you will. So, you know, it is what it is. We could use a new wide receiver 4. Naylor really hasn't developed into like a 74 or 6 where I probably want a wide receiver 4 to be. But right now on the defensive line, I think that we'll have Bethel, or we'll have Phillips and Wilkins here, Owe and Hunter off the edge. Asamoah and Luvu can kind of do their thing. Andrew Booth can play the slot with cornerback 3. Slot receiver will change, and we'll get the running backs dialed. It looks like they already are, so we're good. So much for a win now team. I think we'll go ahead and put backup quarterback John Wayne in. Now we start 1-6, so very bad start to the season, but Trey Lance is killing it. Second in the league in yards, 11 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. He can stay in. Dante Hobbs is not doing great. He's not really exceeding any expectations here. Justin Jefferson and Donovan Peoples-Jones, despite not having a major role at all, is getting more attention than Jordan Addison. Interesting. Defensively, Frankie Luvu is killing it. Brian Asamoah doing his thing. 9 TFLs from Adafe Owe, 0 sacks is quite disappointing. 9 from Wilkins, and sitting here, it's not really great. We're not getting any pressure whatsoever. If I had to guess how we're losing these is, 1, we're good turnovers team. We've turned the ball over quite a bit, if I had to guess. Right here. So offensive points per game, we're not even that good. And then defense, yeah, we suck. We have the second worst, or second to the worst defense in the league. So not looking good at all, to say the least. Christian Darrisaw is huge. We need that contract. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a mighty contract here. I'm fine with this sort of deal. 5 years, we keep him around till he's 31. Do enjoy that. Brian Asamoah, I want back. He's only 25. Another 4 years for him would work, and if he's got a little bit of interest in the team, I think that should do pretty good as a deal. Trey Lance will wait till the end of the year to see if he can gain interest. Andrew Booth, same thing. Jerron Kearse is pretty much gone. Garrett Bradbury, we'll see. And just kind of going down the line. I think these guys we can deal with by the end of the year if we need to. I feel like some of those guys will end up walking though, especially with the big contract of Christian Darrisaw. I'm not trying to just, you know, go all in right now and spend all my money. So we'll go ahead and choose a national focus position. What do we need probably the most right now? That's up in the air. Probably still corner. So if corner is not, okay, so corner is not a thing. So we probably need center, which is also a weakness. Set focus scouting, we're just going to go to corner. Well, we could use safety actually. So, oh well. And we finished the season 5-12, and Trey Lance finished second in the league in passing yards at over 4,600. 34 touchdowns. Great season for him other than the 18 interceptions. It's obviously a bit much. I could go with a little bit less. Trey Lance also 300 on the ground, which is really good. Dante Hobbs doing his thing. Receiving, Justin Jefferson popped off with Jordan Addison coming out second. There was just over 1,000. Frankie Luvu, Brian Asamoah getting stuff done. Christian Wilkins was really good. Adafe Owe was good at stopping the run, just not really getting to the quarterback. We need to generate more pressure, and that's final. So we'll see what we can do. We got 2 really good linebackers. We've got good edge rushers and a decent interior. I think 49ers playbook might just have to suit us because our defense was atrocious. And even if we do 49ers offense, but Trey Lance and that is scary. I don't want that. I don't know. I think we'll I'll try like a combo of them. And the contracts we have to negotiate here. Well, we're going to accept option on Addison and also Devin Witherspoon. Both just really important players. Trey Lance didn't progress like at all and still has normal development. So we're going to leave him in the dust. J-Ron Curse did go up a dev tray and has interest in the team. If he wants to take like a really cheap deal, if he's going to take this, then I'll happily have him around. He does. He stays around on the team till he's going to be 31, I believe. Javon Kinlaw can walk. Garrett Bradbury can walk. 31 years old. Not interested. Andre Carter, kind of just whatever in the game. He should be okay in real life. I mean, a projected like 3rd round pick, but had to like, I think he had to do some duty for the Army actually. So good for him. We'll go ahead into free agency with our heads held high and perhaps a new franchise quarterback with Joey Wayne, I believe. Joey Wayne. We'll take a little look-see, because I remember it was Joey Wayne. I said John Wayne earlier, so I'm sorry for that, for the little mix-up here. But Joey Wayne, we'll see what his dev trait. It's Superstar X Factor. Holy crap! All right, I've never seen this before. So Joey Wayne, Superstar X Factor, 6'4", 232, headed into his 2nd year in the league. Yeah, he's gonna be great. Oh, let's go. And we're going after Emerson. It's kind of a toss-up whether or not we'll get him. Bradbury and Sky Moore. Sky Moore to be that wide receiver 4 type of guy. And Bradbury is back because there's no other options at center. I want him to be here just in case. But if Jalen Phillips was interested, I would 100% gone after him, even though we have Odafe Owe and Daniil Hunter, who is actually getting considerably older at this point. So someone to keep our eyes peeled for. So yeah, Daniil Hunter is 31. He's on his way down with regression. So 84 overall for him, and that is not good. Considerably regressing at this point. So something to keep, like I said, our eyes peeled on, our eyes open, and to watch. But Odafe Owe should be okay, but I'm definitely going to look to replace him. We need strong safety. We need, I mean, we got Martin Emerson. No, we didn't. I forgot we didn't get him. So it wasn't a big deal. We can still go after interior, even though Bethel's already up to an 78, but we need to replace Harrison Phillips at some point, you know, maybe switch to a 4-3 if this year really doesn't work out. And then Sky Moore is on the team now. So main focus is probably center, strong safety, edge rusher, and interior. We'll see what sort of things can line up for us. And even middle linebacker might be in play with how old the Frankie Louva is getting. Superstar development will kind of delay his regression a little bit, so it should be just fine for us to keep him around, but no rush for that. We are picking at number 3, which is very good. We can have a really good player, aka edge rusher, here at the top. No quarterbacks, so if we see anyone we absolutely love, which no one looks particularly great, actually. And the only player that even looks like worth our top 3 pick is a quarterback. So I'm not, like, I'm gonna trade this pick. Like, it's just that final. There's no good there's no good players other than quarterbacks, and then you can keep going down. This guy might be interesting. Hang on. Marcus McIntosh, and he's not the best athlete, but pretty good if he's gonna be coming off the edge. B block shedding, C finesse moves. Can we get his power moves? A to C is a worrying. If I knew he had A, then it might be worth it, but nah, not comfortable here. I think that we'll just have to trade, you know, considerable picks down. The only good, like, half okay prospect I found was way down here. Is this guy right here, Johnny Wall at corner. 5'10", 185. He even looks more suited for safety than that. I'll look at this guy right here, though. See, this is interesting right here. We can get Tariq Woolen. We can get Tyson Campbell. We can get AJ Terrell. We literally have our pick. Like, we could pick anyone we want. And here, I'd probably end up going with AJ Terrell. It's just the best one. 2nd round pick as well. Is it worth, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if we are going to trade away an edge rusher and not get one in return, we're going to have to go make something happen and perhaps trade, and we still have that gap, you know, between our corners. It's definitely tempting. It's good value. I mean, AJ Terrell is a great player. I just don't know how many years are left on his deal. Done deal. Daniil Hunter, and that 3rd overall pick will get us Matthew Bergeron, aka a new center. We got some offensive line versatility, probably between tackle and guard, but I'm just going to stick him at center and hope it all works out. AJ Terrell across for Daniil Hunter. So that being said, we have to go make a play for an edge rusher. See, in worst case scenario, Frankie Louvu could come and go off the edge. So we'll see what we can get like done. Nothing's like 100%. We still got a lot of stuff to sort out on this team, but Bergeron slides in at center. Garrett Bradbury is a new trade candidate. He's a new trade piece that we can get rid of. Mekhi Blackmon, Kader Kohu, maybe one of those two we'll see leave. Harrison Phillips, I don't want to get rid of quite yet, even though, like, sure, it might make sense, but not to me yet. I still, like I said, want to keep him around. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll try to make something happen. Well, okay, I wasn't planning on this at all, but if there's a 24 superstar X Factor running back, I would not be opposed to just getting rid of that. That would be good. And the best edge rusher here is Shaq Barrett, and I mean, I just rather wouldn't have that. So Deontay Faulkner is in play. Done deal. Garrett Bradbury and a bunch of late round picks will get us a superstar X Factor 24-year-old running back and Cole Holcomb, and then we'll slide Frankie Louvu into an edge rusher spot. So I mean, we're gonna have to deal with what we got, and we're gonna be dealt a tough hand, but we've got a lot to look forward to at least this season, and acquiring a superstar X Factor running back is not the worst thing that we could do with Garrett Bradbury and a bunch of late round picks. Like, it's great value. And man, we cannot catch a break. We start off 2-5, which is not good if you guys weren't aware. So unfortunate. I would love the menu to load. It'd be so freaking cool if that could happen. Joey Wayne is lighting the NFL up, but how many interceptions? Only 8, so not bad. Joey Wayne doing what he needs to do, though. Oh, wow. Quite the rushing offense we got here. Receiving yards, you know, everyone's doing okay. And then defensively, just hoping for more sacks this year. Looks like Brian Asamoah is taking off. And here we go, a little bit more sacks this year. So that's looking good. And like, that's not bad at all. AJ Terrell, 4 interceptions. What an acquisition he's been. Clemson corner, 27 years old, has 3 years left on his contract still. So might have taken on, oh God, might have taken on a good contract, but it might, you know, it might just pay off. I mean, it already seems to be. So go ahead and see what other players we have to, wow, negotiate. And nobody wants to be here. That is so bad. I do want to make deals with Mekhi Blackmon. Not him. O'Neal, Wilkins, Bergeron, Scene. Like, they all have a 0 interest. Therefore, I will wait for the end of the year in case things can flip around and we can find ourselves, you know, getting out of this hole. Okay, this is insane. So this is a superstar development middle linebacker, and we just got him straight across for Harrison Phillips. So I'll take that. He'll be our new starting linebacker, and we got a few more trades to make. All right, interesting move here. We're gonna give our second away. I know it's probably not like good, but we get Bryan Bresee and Jair Brown, which I both like, and then Emmanuel Ogbah for cap reasons. Jaron Curse is gone. We get Jair Brown, like I mentioned. He's superstar development. Love to see that. Cole Holcomb we don't need anymore because we just traded for that superstar development guy. We get Bryan Bresee back, who can play the interior as well as anybody. It should be pretty fun. We should have a pretty good defense, you know, set up here. I'm going to go ahead and set the whole team up, and then I'll show you guys the depth chart and the adjust lineup, whatever you want to call it. And here we are. So we got a pretty good, you know, backfield with Joey Wayne, who's now up to a 78 already, and a good offensive line. Jordan Addison, Sky Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Defensively, Waddle, Asamoah, Louvu, Owe, Jair Brown now up there, which is a huge improvement. Witherspoon and AJ Terrell with Kader Kohu and Mekhi Blackmon sitting behind them. Bryan Bresee, Emmanuel Ogbah, BJ Bethel, and Christian Wilkins on the defensive line. Louvu and Dafe Owe on the edges. Wilkins and Bethel up the inside with Bryan Bresee there if anyone needs help. And then on the interior, I'm looking to get superstar development for Brian Asamoah. One more attempt at it, and then I'll let Waddle have his go at it. And then Kader Kohu plays that slot corner role. And then I'll have Jordan Addison in the slot. Why not? And, you know, Dante Hobbs just has too much speed not to be the third down back, so I'm just going to let him do that. And Faulkner could be the power back along with the starting back, so he'll probably get the majority of the carries. So Team looks good. We're gonna head into the second half. I might mess with playbooks if things like, you know, just haven't really worked out. And I'm gonna look down here, and no, things really have just not worked out. We finished 6-11, so obviously not what you like. Joey Wayne, though, I see in the corner of my eye, finished 3rd in the league in passing yards and 7th in the league in passing touchdowns with 32 to 17 interceptions, which obviously isn't great. And Dante Hobbs on his snaps were really good. It wasn't great for Faulkner, and just good seasons all around for our receivers. I mean, really good numbers just all the way around, like I mentioned. Justin Jefferson continues to be unbelievable. Brian Asamoah, I think he'll just miss out on superstar development. I think you need like 140 or even 150 plus. TFL's BJ Bethel, Frankie Louvu, who paired up with 8 sacks, led the team in his first year as an edge rusher. Probably should have been doing that the whole time. Adave Owe, 5.5. Brian Brzee, 5, 4.5 for Wilkins, who honestly doesn't look like I'm going to renew his contract. He doesn't look like anything special. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm going to try to do my best to keep some of these guys around. If I can keep Wilkins for another 2 years, that'd be good until I can find his replacement, whether it's Brian Brzee or Bethel. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I don't even know where the team stands right now contract-wise, so we'll go ahead and just try to get into the offseason, dig into this team a little bit, and start to turn around our season, especially the first halves, which just don't seem to be doing well. And Lewis Seen, that still just has no interest in being here. This is the most I'll give him, and that's it. I mean, that's it. I say that, but that's a big contract, especially for a safety. Christian Wilkins, if he wants to stay around for, like I said, another 2 years, I'm fine with that. I wouldn't even be opposed to giving him this, although it's going to hit him. Regression's going to hit him pretty heavily. Brian O'Neill's another huge one. Man, we're gonna be running out of money here soon if we keep giving these deals out. I'll just throw all the money in the world at him for a 1-year deal instead of 2, because I know that he probably won't like it. Yeah, so Brian O'Neill off to free agency. We're gonna need a new tackle. Mekhi Blackman's 28 now, not really worth it, and the rest of these guys kind of just falling off. So we need new tackle. We need a new tackle, and then we need to negotiate here with Matthew Bergeron, who I'd like to keep around for another while, even though he's got no interest in being here. This should hopefully and does bring him back, and then we'll head into free agency. And again, with our head held high, looking for a CB4, a tackle of the future, maybe some interior, an edge rusher. We could use everything right now. And we'll go after Jack Conklin, Cam Jurgens, and Cordell Flott. Cam Jurgens just to slide in and play center because we lost Garrett Bradbury. And so, you know, Cordell Flott just to replace the other guy that we had, Mekhi Blackman, and looks like we'll get them all. So good offseason so far. We just got to draft well, and we don't have a second this year, and I'm happy about that because I'm happy about the trade. And oh my, am I dumb? We already have Matthew Bergeron at center, and I signed Cam Jurgens. Oh man, that's it's not embarrassing. Obviously, we're still human, but golly. And Frankie Louvu has superstar X Factor, so attaboy, love to see that. And oh, and Brian Asamoah did get superstar, and that's all I ever wanted in life. Let's go. And our corners are looking good. So I mean, biggest focus here is a replacement for Christian Wilkins or just a tackle of the future, and we should be decent. And I'd come out of the draft kind of happy. And we'll go ahead and just simulate to my pick. There's like 3 options. One of them safe. One of them looks a lot iffy, which is actually Blake Polak, who actually just got picked. So I don't have to take the shot on him. He could either be really good or quite awful. So either one of them, honestly, might have been fine. But Christian Lipton has fallen to this spot, and this is the one that looked okay. Like, he's pretty safe, but he's like looking at like a 74 overall with good, you know, he's a good athlete, just not the greatest strength. A to C, A to C, A, B, A to C, and then there's only 1 D here, and then possibly 2 with run block power, which I would assume is a D as well, with A to C run block and run block finesse at an A from Christian Lipton. And then the other tackle I was looking at is gone, possibly. No, I think it's this guy right here. Christian, what is it? Yeah, Christian Fleming, Christian with a K, 6'8", 320 something. Elite strength with A, B to D, A to C, B to D, A to C, A, B, B to D. I think this is it right here. We're going to take Christian Fleming. Hopefully, hidden developments on the table for him. It is, and 93 strength is great at 6'8", 325, 21 years of age. I like the pick there for sure. is that head model is crazy. It's so much bigger than like everything else. And I probably won't be able to get this guy, but 6'1", 209. Wow, great athlete. And look at his ratings here. He's gonna be so good. Oh man, that's unfortunate. We missed out on a good corner, but one, not a position to need, and two, would have rather had the tackle anyways. But if we had our second round pick, maybe we would have been in play for a trade there, but without it, I think we're just pretty much screwed. We'll go to the third round and see if we can make magic happen. This guy here, Eddie Durant, is, I mean, he looks good. I'm gonna see what I can get for like a trade here at this spot, but if not, I think Eddie Durant might be my pick. And I can't believe this actually just went through. Future fourth of this year, 3rd and 7th, Cam Jurgens across for Jalen Carter, who we didn't need. I just wanted to see if it went through, and sure enough, done deal. Wilkins and Conklin across for Paris Johnson Jr. So obviously another steal. I got Jalen Carter and Paris Johnson, both I think top 10 picks in this last draft, and doing a-okay. Okay, I forgot we drafted Christian Fleming anyways, so yeah, Christian Fleming, 2175. He might be able to play somewhere else on the line if we need him to at some point. So I mean, probably be left guard for Ezra Cleveland sooner or later, so he'll stay on that side. Paris Johnson here, Brian Brzee, and then I'll move BJ Bethel out to right end, and then have Jalen Carter at D tackle, and then put probably Bethel and Carter on the interior rush, and then obviously Luvu, Waddle, Asamoah, and then Odafe Owe. And we land on our bye week, but we also landed at a 4-3 record, so not bad whatsoever. We're gonna go to stats and awards here. Like I said, if this menu could move any faster, that'd be awesome. Doesn't look like it will be, but Joey Wayne lighting up the league once again. 1,700 yards, close to 18, 12 to 6 INTs, a lot better than last year. And then Joey Wayne also taking the reins on the ground. Love to see that. Receiving, Justin Jefferson doing what he needs to, and Donovan Peoples-Jones on track for a big season. Defensively, what do we got? Brian Asamoah leads the team in tackles. TFL's Jalen Carter doing what he needs to do with Brian Brzee right next to him. Frankie Luvu leads the team in sacks once again. Odafe Owe and BJ Bethel. Bobby Waddle even getting a little bit in there. Interceptions, just 3, so nothing crazy. It is what it is. Can't solve world hunger in one day, right? So you can't solve a football team in one off season, and that's kind of what I've come to the conclusion of. See the 23 players that are ready to negotiate their contracts. I know Jalen Carter and Paris Johnson are both going to be here, which is going to be a pain, but we got the money to do so. And Jordan Addison, oh, we need these guys to have interest. If they had interest, it'd be so much easier. But we'll try to find, so Jalen Carter has interest, so we'll try to find the ones that do, and the ones that don't, that aren't like just affordable right now, it sucks for them, but we'll get this one done. Jalen Carter is back for a big contract, and for a while. Paris Johnson, same thing. He has some interest, and I want him for another 6 years. I want him on a big money deal here. He's going to be a pivotal piece on the offensive line. Looking around, looking for any more. It doesn't look like it. So by the end of the season, if Frankie Luvu doesn't have it, also 30, by the way, he's going to regress. Dalton Northcutt, we're going to need a contract with him. Witherspoon will need something with him. Same with Faulkner. I think I want to keep him around. And Jordan Addison. So we got a lot to look forward to. If we can start contending by the end of the season, we become legit player or a legit team for this for the league. I think that will be looking pretty good, and we should have quite a bit to look forward to at the end of the season, even if we don't make the playoffs. We've seen this before. The Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings, and we'll see what the stats look like at the end of the year. Joey Wayne, 2nd in the league in passing yards behind Patrick Mahomes, almost 1,000 down on him, if not 1,000. So 4,484 yards, was at 32 or 38 touchdowns, only 12 interceptions. Really, really good season from him. Deontay Faulkner, over 1,000 yards for the first time we've seen. Justin Jefferson, DPJ, and Jordan Addison all with great seasons. Addison on a little bit of a down year, which is fine. Nothing to really be concerned about. Asamoah and Waddle going to work. Jalen Carter did really good. 2 players with 11 sacks, and that's both players off the edge. Odafe Owe starting to finally break out. Might be a little too late for him, though. Might not renew his next contract just due to his age. AJ Terrell, 3 interceptions. Jair with 3 as well, 2 new players. So we've really flipped this team around in the last 2 years, and I think these last 2 off seasons have paid off big time, and we have now made the playoffs because of it. So very, very good stuff, and I will let you guys know I'm using Dallas offensive playbook and Minnesota, or not Minnesota's, and Baltimore's. Okay, we're using Baltimore's defense and Dallas Cowboys offense. And now we have upgrades on our quarterback, which, oh, Joey Wayne's contract. I forgot about that. That's going to be massive. That contract is going to be a big one. Luckily, he is I think, second-round pick. Anyways, so that's good. And, yeah, we made it past the Giants in the first one. Let's see if we can go ahead and beat the Dallas Cowgirls here, where they are strictly an 85 overall. We'll see if we can beat them. I think we can. I think we've got the capabilities, and we lose. Unfortunate, and we'll be headed to the offseason again with our heads held high, because I'm looking forward to this one. And we weren't able to flip interest on any of these guys, so it's not going to be virtually impossible to bring them all back. We're just going to have to virtually overpay on all of them, so that's going to be a little bit of a bummer. Addison, he's going to test free agency. Are you now? Is that what you think is going to happen? Franchise tag for 34 mil. I will pass, despite him being a great receiver and everything. Faulkner's 26. I'll give him a 2-year deal if he wants to come back for this. I don't think he will, so he'll be walking. Sure, you're like, why would you do that? He might be worth it. Might be worth it. Might start regressing soon, too. Devin Witherspoon. I think this sort of deal on him wouldn't be the worst thing ever. I'm going to have to give him 5 years just because of the lack of interest in the team, and they're going to walk too. See ya, Devin Witherspoon. We're going to need Dalton Northcutt. We need a win, all right? We need something to come of this day that's good. And I'm not going to give this man 11 mil a year, even though I kind of am. How does this sound? And he thinks free agency is going to be the best way for him to go. And BJ Bethel, please do not let me down. Oh, okay. He can't. He virtually can't. And Frankie Louvu, now with interest in the team. Very appreciative of that. Frankie Louvu, you can come back for a year. We need consistent and good edge play, so you can have $9 million. And, okay, I thought he shut me down for a second, but he didn't. Good news. So, Kader Kuho, I don't need him. And we move on. Yeah, we'll be in a free agency with some holes to fill. And look at that. 2 of the top 2 players are ours. Or Addison, you need to be. You need to be a Viking. All right, it's your born destiny. It needs to happen. I don't care what I said about you before. We need you to be locked up on one of the biggest contracts in all of the NFL, and so far so good on that. Same thing with Devin Witherspoon. We need him to be a freaking Viking, and I'll be doing anything in my power to make that happen, just to stay alongside your buddy AJ Terrell. Look at how happy he looks. And shit, we are going to be so screwed. We cannot get Devin Witherspoon. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that now, and we're going to go after star edge rusher Lucas Van Ness on a 5-year deal. Give him there, and 8. That should work for him, as long as he doesn't have any interest. Okay, he's got a lot of interest. Oh, man. We've got either a lot of money to put in or nothing at all. All right, we'll be going after Jordan Addison. Von Miller. Never mind. We cannot get Von Miller, but I'll keep that deal on him because why not? Byron Murphy also in a tight bidding battle. Dalton Northcutt better become a freaking Viking over a Seahawk, because we're already looking like we're going to lose Devin Witherspoon to that. So let's see here. Addison, Murphy, Northcutt, and Haywood. 1, 2, 3. So we just lost out on, if I had to guess, would be Von Miller. And we did. So it's what it is. Witherspoon to the Jags. And man, such a bummer. And we'll be going after Kendre Miller and Tuli Tuipulotu, two of my actually favorite players from this class. So Tuli and Kendre Miller to come play some running back depth, and Tuli in case he needs to take over for Frankie Louva at some point. I don't know. I just wanted him, so I got him. And we have the 27th pick. Honestly, I'm just pissed off about the offseason, how that went. No one has interest in this goddamn team, and it pissed me off. I wouldn't either, honestly. You know, Minnesota, oh my god. There's literally the best players ever at the top of this one. You gotta be joking. This guy looks like the next Jesus. Yeah, this guy's gonna be generational. Like, it's just gonna happen. Holy shit, there's so many A's to go around here. Do I trade up? Do we know? What am I gonna do? There's this guy down the board that looks okay. I'm gonna see what I can do, actually. I have an idea. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna take the gamble. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead in the draft. And if he doesn't go, okay. I'm kind of bummed because I wanted him. I wanted him kind of bad. And Marquise Barker here looks quite insane. good. A man coverage, B zone coverage. I'm going to take Marquise Barker at the tail end of the first. Normal dev hurts so much. It does at that situation in that point in the draft. I was hoping for goodness, but couldn't. And this guy right here could either be really good or just average. But from everything I'm seeing, Joe Reed looks like an interesting player here. And my other guy is this guy right here, who seems to be the freakiest athlete at his size. A to C everything, B couples here and there, A. You know, I'm just gonna take the hit. You know, why not? Yep, okay. And this guy right here, Enrique Judge, doesn't even look too bad. He's obviously not gonna pass or rush the passer, but B awareness, B block shedding, A play rec, A pursuit, B zone coverage, A to C tackling, B to D man coverage. He can be really good, and we have gone 0 for like 3. I'm normally good at dev trait thing finding, you know. Jiminy Christmas. And this right here, Ezra Cleveland, who is not playing for us. Cordell Flott, who probably won't play for us with that new rookie that we picked up. And then a 6th and 7th. I'll take that for Tank Dell. We're at a lack of receiver, and we need Tank Dell. So I'm happy to get Tank. And we'll be moving out of this draft, and we've got the quarterback to extend after this year as well. So I might do this year and next and just be done with it if we can't win anything. It's going to be so disappointing. I know we haven't seen this in a little bit here, but we're looking at the draft, a recap of our draft here, and it's a 78 overall, Marquise Barker. And then Eddie Wallace was quite good, and Enrique Judge. And they all had normal development. So let's go ahead and go over the team here. Joey Wayne, I almost call him John Wayne. Hawkinson up to superstar development. He's kind of been a non-factor. Justin Jefferson, Tank Dell, Jordan Addison is here. Darisaw, Fleming, who I moved to left guard. Bergeron, Northcutt, Johnson, really, really good offensive line. And defensively, I mean, we're looking good. Frankie Louvu, Waddle, Brian Asamoah, oh my lord, Owe, Terrell, Scene, Bethel, Carter, Brzee, Jair Brown, and then this is Marquise Baker, and then we've got Haywood, and I put Byron Murphy down. I'm gonna put him back up. It just makes more sense to have your best players playing right now, especially when we're trying to contend, and I think this is a very good contending team here, and we flipped this team around. We did good last year. Let's see if we can do even better this year. And we start off 3-4, obviously not our best start ever. We'll go ahead and just upgrade our players. We're at an 89 overall, and we're actually starting 3-4, and we were 2-4 before that, so it's insane. And Joey Wayne's only going to get higher overall. It sucks so much because I just know that contract's already going to be 30+ mil a year. If not, it's going to be like so much more than that. The market's insane. I haven't had to pay a quarterback in Madden 24 yet, and I'm not looking forward to that, so we'll see. Joey Wayne, though, having a little bit of a step back, 1,500 yards and whatnot. Hopefully he's throwing way less interceptions, though. He's not. He's actually throwing more. And Dante Hobbs really hasn't been great. Justin Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, and Tank Dell. And Donovan Peoples-Jones has been pretty much a non-factor after Tank Dell has arrived. Defensively, Brian Asamoah leads the team in tackles. Frankie Louvu leads the team in tackles for loss, tied with his opposite edge rusher, Odafe Owe, and then sacks. Frankie Louvu leads the team. Carter next up with Brian Brzee right behind him. Bethel still getting snaps, and Odafe Owe. Interceptions. AJ Terrell has been great since he landed here, and so is Jair Brown. So really paying off here, and Brian Asamoah has turned into the player I wanted him to turn into. But we haven't really gotten anyone to really, you know, step up in the middle linebacker spot. I don't think it's been as significant this year in Madden anyways. So looking at the players ready to negotiate. And this can be tough because it's going to be the quarterback. It's going to be like all the other guys that need to be paid some pretty significant money. Our top cornerback in AJ Terrell. Joey Wayne has zero interest in being here, and his contract's not near half as bad as I thought it'd be. So I'm fine giving him a little extra than he's asking for, and I want him for the max amount of years I can get him on this deal, because he's only going to get more expensive. We can keep him around for that long. That'd be great. Bobby Waddle, Jair Brown's going to be huge to bring back. I do not want Dante Hobbs. Odafe Owe can walk. We can get to someone else. Brian Brzee still nice. Walk, and walk. And I mean, most of these guys can walk, so that's pretty good. But I'm going to wait on the end of the year for AJ Terrell and Bobby Waddle to see if they can get any sort of interest back with the team. And we missed the playoffs going 9-8. Not good. Not good at all. After the season we had last year, our team, I felt like, only got better, and we still just didn't do much about it. So It's frustrating. Madden definitely is. I think we'll head into our final season of the rebuild. Next one, 4,200 yards, 30 to 16. Not great numbers. Hobbs sucked. Justin Jefferson was good. Addison was okay. Hawkinson and Dell definitely could have had better seasons. Defensively, Osimo was spectacular. 21 TFLs from Odafe Owe, trying to earn that contract back. And then Frankie Louvu leads the team in sacks once again with Jalen Carter right behind him. Interceptions. AJ Terrell just earning that contract back. Brian Osimo has done really, really good all season long. So, or I guess all rebuild long. And, you know, somehow he's only, you know, barely over the 80s, if that. So, not really doing my guys so fair. And still no interest from these guys, which is a little unfortunate. But we'll try to get deals done with all of them. I want AJ Terrell so bad, so we're gonna go ahead and just feed him money and hopefully he signs. He does. 2 more years with AJ Terrell is not gonna be bad. Now that we have our quarterback signed, I'm not really worried about saving so much money. So that being said, Bobby Waddle, if he wants money, we're gonna have to give him what he wants, and I don't know if I want him for that long, but this should do. Oh, he's just not interested in signing. That's perfectly fine. So let's talk to someone who is in Jair Brown, who I want around for the next 2 years. I don't really want him for 3. He's not worth all that to me. And hopefully he stays, and he does. So Jair Brown, the Penn State safety, will stick around. Odafe Owe trying to earn his way back on the team. And I mean, okay, yeah, this is really, really cheap. So I'm fine with giving him quite a bit of money here. It's very, very cheap for someone who can still rack up 20 plus TFLs in a season. And Brian Brzee, I want back for like a good 4 years if we can get him there, and then like 5 or 4, 9 mil a year. That's good. So we're getting these guys back, and we're getting them good. Byron Murphy, Frankie Louvu, I don't want anything to do with either of these two right here, even though they have interest. Peoples-Jones can walk. Dante Hobbs, he's not as good as an 85 overall. It's just that. And then Bobby Waddle to franchise tag him just wouldn't be worth it. Oh, and look, there's Steve Harvey. Oh, Amari Cooper could be fun for a year. Have the ultimate duo or ultimate 3 guys. I don't even know. Dave Ship here looks like a good fit for running back. Okay, we're gonna go after running back Dave Ship, middle linebacker Tyrell Hood, and Tyler Scott. Tyler Scott probably won't sign with us for that low of a deal, so I'm gonna go ahead and just raise it just a tad bit. We'll go 3, bring this down to 5, keep him until he's 30. Just a good like extra receiver to have on the team, even though we have, you know, Tank Dell already, and we saw what's his face barely be a factor. We saw Donovan Peoples-Jones really not be a factor at all, but it's fine. You still want to have those depth positions. And then everywhere else, like, we're obviously going to lose a few players, and goodness gracious, if I could get Christian McCaffrey, I feel like that would be awesome. Done deal. Enrique Judge, the middle linebacker we got last year, or I guess he was an outside linebacker when we drafted him. I made him a middle linebacker. A first this year and a second next year will get us a superstar X Factor 26-year-old edge rusher on the last year of his deal, which probably won't be able to pay, but I don't care. This is the last year of the rebuild, so we're gonna go all in. Done deal. Odafe Owe, second this year and a third next year will get us Clark Phillips, superstar development, 85 overall, 27-year-old corner, to help us out on the other side. And now I have a few things I want to do too. Done deal. Tuli Pelotu, the hood guy that we got, and Eddie Wallace, I believe his name was, for Miles Murphy. I'm more than happy with that deal because you guys are about to see what I'm gonna do next. And Kayvon Thibodeau, welcome to the team. And this trade will go through. Miles Murphy, a future first, like way down the road. A third for some stud middle linebacker. Done deal. A bunch of picks. This is a huge overpay, but this guy's a superstar development at 24 years old. Get another defensive tackle on in there. Get rid of BJ Bethel, who's due for an extension this year anyways, just to fuel the fire for that trade. So here's our offense. So not one normal development player, just to keep that in mind. 4 upgrades over 99 is Justin Jefferson, Tank Dell, Jordan Addison, Joey Wayne, Christian McCaffrey, TJ Hawkinson, and then a really good offensive line. Defensively, here's what I've been making. Lewis Seen, Jair Brown at safety, Thibodeau, Thigpen, Asamoah, Mackey, all linebackers. Mackey and Thibodeau will be our edge rushers. Clark Phillips, AJ Terrell on corner duty, with Marquise Barker and Haywood underneath, and then McCree, Carter, and Brzee will play that interior defensive line, but it'll look more like this. So it'll be Mackey, Thibodeau off the edges, McCree and Carter up the inside, with Thigpen and Asamoah controlling the middle of the field on defense. I want Marquise Barker up in the slot, and then McCaffrey will take the reins in the running back spot. Jordan Addison takes the slot snaps, and we are destined for greatness, which means we're probably going to not make the playoffs here. So for the last year of the rebuild, this is going to be very anticlimactic. Yep, starting the season 3-4, boys. It's already starting. Let's see what the stats are on the season with all of the GOATs in all of the right positions. I'm curious. Quarterback Joey Wayne is killing it in the NFL. He has all the right pieces to do so, and oh my lord, he is popping off at the right time. Christian McCaffrey's been quite good as well. Receiving, Addison is well on pace for a great season. Justin Jefferson and Tank Dell contributing a little bit into that there. Defensively, Mark Thigpen leads not the league, but the team in tackles. TFL's Michael McCree, and then sacks, Corey Mackey's getting after it. And AJ Terrell, Jair Brown, and Clark Phillips all come up with interceptions in the first half of the season. So, not a bad start by any means, but we got to flip it around. We got to start winning these games. We got to start absolutely taking it to the rest of the teams that we meet for the rest of the year, and including the playoffs if we make them. Yep, we missed the playoffs. We had the best offense in the league, and arguably the best offense in the league. When I'm looking over, I see Joey Wayne went for over 5,000 yards, which is insane, but we had the worst defense in the league, and it wasn't even close. 31st points per game. Joey Wayne was insane. Oh my lord, that was a quick little wrap real quick though. 5,038 touchdowns, only 4 INTs, the best quarterback season I've seen from anyone on my team this season in Madden. Jordan Addison absolutely popped off with Jefferson right behind him, getting so many yards combined between those two. Looking like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Thigpen did fine. Osimo was fine. Marquise Barker, whatever. He could have been better. Michael McCree did fine. 8 sacks is the best. Horrible. For such a good team, it's such an underperformance on defense. And maybe that's Dallas or Baltimore's playbook or something, but what you gonna do? And there's always an end to greatness, but we'll take one last scan over the team here as Addison is up to Superstar X Factor as I expected. We got a good team defensively, just a really good team all the way around, all the way through. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's a bummer to see this end in such a bad way, and I'm not going to keep going. It's just simple. We're just never going to win. So that'll be it from me. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would mean a lot and help me a lot. That'll be it for me. Go watch any of past content. I'm sure you guys won't regret it. And I'll see you guys next time.